Welcome to Babyface Hills. I'm your boy Pops Griffin, and I got 2 out of my 4 guys with me. To my right, Menace Red.
Yo, yo, yo.
And to my left, Ricky Bobby.
What's up, what's up?
And you know what we do. We talk about professional wrestling, primarily the WWE. That's what we do. So, let's get right into this. There is a lot going on. We are on the road to Royal Rumble. I love prediction time. Royal Rumble is near. I'm going out on a limb here. Early predictions, okay? On the women's side.
Oh, I forgot about
So, I have 2 options here. One, she was mentioning the rumors. She has to come back, the boss. I believe it could be her if she does come back. I think they're working behind the scenes. I think she's coming back. If she does, I got her winning it because I want to see the dream match of Rhea and Sasha. That's the match I want to see as well. The flip side, though, my other pick, because she is in the building, because she is training, because she is working hard, and because I agree with Red on this, as I did just a minute ago, she has this effect, that Goldberg potential effect, and that is Jade. I think Jade could come out. I think they could put it in a way where she may be, one of the top 5 ones to come out and finish the Rumble and win it. So I think that's possible. And then my last thing is, obviously, what more do I have to say? He's back. And if he's back, he's going to be in it. And I believe he's going to win it. And that is The Rock. That is my pick. Those are my early predictions on the women and the men's side. Red, what you got, man? Who you got?
I think you're right about Sasha or Jade probably going to win that. I think Jade's going to win because Sasha, you could put her in the Rumble. She gets eliminated. Then she'll go on Raw and cut a promo, get into a Rhea.
All she has to do is eliminate a few people.
Win the Elimination Chamber. She's there. And I think that's a better story for Sasha anyway.
Definitely.
And then for the men's one, if Cody wins 2 years in a row and loses at WrestleMania, bro, 2 years in a row, that would be bad. But I think the men's Royal Rumble is really stacked, bro.
Very stacked. Like, it's kind of most likely in a while.
But it's all overshadowed by the Bloodline feud. The Rock is here. We know what this has been built up for the last how many years.
But the Rock doesn't have to.
The Rock doesn't have to be in the Rumble.
Come at 1, come at 30. He doesn't have.
Wait a minute though. The Royal Rumble winner, right, gets a shot at whatever champion he wants at WrestleMania. That's the rule.
It's The Rock, though. He
doesn't have to do that.
I wouldn't put The Rock in the Rumble.
Okay.
I really wouldn't.
So if he doesn't find the Rumble and he doesn't find the Chamber, what is this? He just comes back and he's guaranteed the main event?
No, I think he'll have a match probably before, but
he doesn't have to do the Rumble.
I don't think he'll do the Rumble.
But if he doesn't do the Rumble, then where does it put the winner of the Rumble?
The winner of the Rumble, CM Punk. He's going for Seth. I think that's going to be it.
But what's a greater story? CM Punk coming back and winning it, or The Rock coming back and winning it?
The Rock can come back and win it without having to...
The Rock is not going
I don't think so.
I love this. I can't wait to go back and follow up on this because for me, I just don't see how... We know the inevitable, right? It's the collision course of him and Roman, right? That's the inevitable for the Bloodline.
That's how we get there.
How do we get there? And if there's the Rumble, there's the Chamber. There's only a couple. We know it's there, but it still has to go the right way. The business is the business, right?
If The Rock comes in at 30, he's gonna eliminate who's left. It's probably gonna be Cody, Punk, LA Knight, that crop of guys. The Rock is gonna close on all of them over the top rope.
You want to watch that?
I think that's terrible. I think he's gonna bury everybody.
But his return, in all reality, his return has buried everybody on that SmackDown side that thought they had a chance. Him returning, it's done because the WrestleMania match has to be the cousins fighting each other, right? Roman and Rock, and on top of that, there's not going to be. It doesn't matter what happens. That means Roman's not losing at all up until WrestleMania potentially.
Then you gotta let them have the Rumble, because if you're just gonna Rock comeback's definitely gonna take the attention. So if you just come back and you just push the main event WrestleMania, then what's the point of even coming in at 30 and close on people? Like, if you let CM Punk win, he goes for Seth. You let even Cody win, he goes for one of the other champs. But you can't, I don't know, because if one of them win, it's gonna it's gonna interfere very incorrectly. And where's that leave everybody else? Because it's already cluttered. There's already no space for the other guys who return to move. Because normally a person like AJ and Randy returning, those are big names. When AJ returned at the Rumble, everyone went crazy. Like that is a huge.
But when he returned at SmackDown, we were still talking about CM Punk's return. When Orton returned, we loved the fact that he returned. Oh, Cody was right, he did. But then at the end of that match, and when that song came on, CM Punk's music came on. Guess what? We forgot that Randy was even in the ring. It was all about Punk. I'm just saying that when certain guys show up, I just think it's a no-brainer that we're gonna get to Seth and CM Punk. I think that's gonna be a WrestleMania main event, and I think the other card is gonna have Roman and Rock. The thing is, how do we get there where it's clean and it's the right way? Because you can't just smash guys, you can't squash guys like that.
I don't think like The Rock winning, it doesn't benefit. Like him winning the Royal Rumble does not really benefit him because he could just so easily he cut the promo saying what he wanted. Like he didn't come back to go on the Rumble. Like it's not what he wants to do.
So you don't think one of Roman's promos, when him and The Rock are in the ring with each other, microphone and microphone, you don't think Roman's gonna point out, or the wise man is gonna point out that you are who you are? But remember, you've never held the belt as long as Roman. You've never, there's going to be things, even if Roman don't say it, Heyman's going to say it. There's going to be, and I'm sure there's going to be said, this is the head of the table. You are not the head of the line. You got to get to the back of the line. There's going to be some going back and forth where, yeah, that's a great point. People are going to catch that. The universe is going to catch and say, hey, yeah, you know what? That is true. We want to see this, but he has to still prove that he is still who he is.
I don't know if it's going to be any but, though, because this has been, ever since Roman got, both and the whole Bloodline became, thing was a thing, they've wanted The Rock to come back. So if I'm a fan and I want to see this happen for 2+ years, now that it's happening, I don't care if he goes to Rumble and he beats out the last 5 people. I just care about them going to WrestleMania and completing the story because I've wanted to see this for years. I don't really think him winning the Rumble was beneficial. I think there's other names that are beneficial because if we're already gonna clutter Roman in the whole with all that and The Rock, then you at least have a way out for everybody else.
I'm flip flopping right now because
yeah.
I think The Rock winning the Rumble serves one purpose to get to Roman, for it to connect the dots or whatever. And I think CM Punk, he doesn't have to win the Rumble. He could win the Elimination Chamber. I think he's more built for the Elimination Chamber than The Rock is built for the Elimination Chamber right now.
But after seeing social media comments already and seeing how The Rock was with Mahal, do you want him in the Rumble?
That's what I'm saying. He's got to be number 30, bro.
He's got to be last.
But
even if he's last, do I want to see him just clothesline 3 people to get up?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not going to entertain me. As a fan who's been waiting, I don't want to see that.
I think that diminishes everybody in the Rumble.
Literally.
If he just comes out and just eliminates everybody.
3 clotheslines.
Because at the end of the day, he's going to be there, he's going to face Roman, and then he's going to leave. So all the LA Knight, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, those guys, Kevin Owens, those guys are all just going to reset back to where they were.
At the top of the year. And then it is I don't know. I don't think it makes sense for him to win. I mean, I see why, but nothing about Roman's title reign or anyone going against Roman has been really the traditional way. Okay. It's always...
Yeah, how did LA Knight get in that title match with him last time? He didn't win a number 1 contender.
It's always a different way. So I don't...
Who did LA beat? LA had some matches, and he kept calling them out, and Roman answered the call.
And he told LA Knight, you got to get to the back of the line.
He told LA Knight, and then LA Knight started making some things happen.
He beat up Solo.
Yeah. So, Rock ain't going to have to smash out the little cousins. I don't believe that. But I do think that, I don't think he's got to come in at 30, honestly. I think... if he comes in at 27, it works. You know what I'm saying? But look, I got my predictions out there, and I ain't folding on them. What's your predictions? Who you got? Don't knock mine. Who you got?
Okay, for Men's Royal Rumble, I have CM Punk winning or Cody. I don't really think Cody needs to win again because if he loses 2 years in a row at WrestleMania, that'd be very, very sad. It ruins his whole point. But CM Punk, coming back, having the hype, having the story. People want to see him come back for years, like for a long time. Didn't think it was going to happen. So if he goes, he wins Royal Rumble, goes against Seth, that's going to be good. That's going to get attention regardless. For female, I think that it's going to be Jade. I think that, or Sasha, but I don't think Sasha really has to win. I think if she comes back and dominates in the Rumble a little bit, that she'll be valid. But if Jade comes in at like 14 and just and bulldozes, like she'll be set. So that's my prediction.
Jade should win the women's. CM Punk, or I guess The Rock, just to make the story make sense. But he doesn't have to.
Like he doesn't have
It's
to.
like that year Batista won the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like why? Just to do the match and that's it.
It's this point. I don't know. I mean, maybe to get his to get back his foot back in the door a little bit and like get like used to fighting again. But I don't think it's gonna benefit. If he comes in at 27, there's still gonna be like 8 guys in the ring, and then you got 3 people coming in. That's not going to work for him.
They've done it before,
but not
with the legends. I'm just telling you,
but
like,
not at the stake of going against Roman Reigns.
I'm just telling you that if you go back through the Rumbles, the history of the Rumbles, and when legends come back, or if a guy took a break for making a movie, right? Then all of a sudden, bam, he comes back. He can come in at a number that we would be like, okay. And all of a sudden, he pulls it off to win, ultimately just to be the face of WrestleMania.
But he doesn't have to win to do that.
Listen, I'm not saying he has to win to do it. I think, though, it's already set in stone, right? This is the dream match. This is what everyone wanted. So that part is covered. But I do think you run the risk at saying, you know what? KO, trash. LA Knight, future, yeah, right, trash. AJ returned, great, trash. Orton returned, great, trash. Like, you run the risk of that if you just say now, right? Like, hey, the WrestleMania main event for this upcoming year is on this night, night 1 or night 2, whatever night they're going to have Roman defend that title. Is this. And so the match that's coming up, right, between the winner of these 3 guys for the number 1 contender Royal Rumble of LA Knight and Orton and AJ, it doesn't matter who wins that match because they're not going to beat Roman at Rumble. And then it doesn't matter who wins at this because it doesn't matter because ultimately Roman's going to have the belt until then, and his ultimate competitor is going to be The Rock. It doesn't matter. So that's what we're saying. So for the next few months, nothing really matters on the SmackDown side regarding that. I don't think that's how they want to put it out there at all.
So you don't think The Rock coming in at 27, coming in at 30, winning the Rumble doesn't already just completely topple all that, regardless if he's already going to be main event?
But think about it though, right? What if a guy like LA Knight is number 1, right? And he ends up lasting majority of it, right? And then all of a sudden, he's the one who gets tossed out at the end by The Rock. Something like that. So it's almost to say, like, you know,
that makes it bad.
I don't know.
I don't think that makes it bad. Well, who did Cody eliminate when he came out?
Who was in the ring with Cody? It was all the top guys though.
And so you put The Rock in with all the top guys,
but that's Cody Rhodes. He's a full-time wrestler.
This is The Rock, who hasn't wrestled in years, and if he comes back, it's to cut a promo. Like, he never comes back to get in the ring and have to do a big match at Rumble with a bunch of
we're talking about a guy, Roman, who's eclipsing all these records, right? He can't just come back in. We love the promos, but bro, you're gonna have to show us more than just you showing us that elbow and all that stuff. He's gonna have to get some sweat on him.
So he can do like some matches, like, but not. I don't think him being in the Rumble benefits. It doesn't benefit The Rock, or it doesn't benefit the other guys. Because The Rock come back and said he's thinking for The Rock. He's not thinking for everybody else. But you have 29 other people in that match that are just gonna fall, like, because everyone knows where you're going. You're going to WrestleMania. So there's 29 other guys in that locker room that don't have like a solidified future on what's happening because how it's so like blurry right now. So you come in, you win, and all the other 29 guys, where do they go?
Guess what though?
No, but listen, if Punk wins, then it's a good match for all the other 29 guys, and it gives CM Punk another away, and it gives all the other 29 guys something to go against when he beats Seth. It moves it. If The Rock wins, it doesn't move anything. It pushes it back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that if The Rock wins it, I think he's gonna win it. I do think that there's that whole dramatic effect of hey, cousin, we can really run this whole world because I'm on this side, you're on that side. There's that whole dynamic, and The Rock's like, nah, little cousin, I'm coming to spank that candy ass of yours, okay? That's where I'm at. I just think that I don't think they're going to let certain stuff slip away. I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong, but...
I just know this, that if we're watching the Rumble, right, and The Rock comes in, he's not going to lose. And, if he comes in, he's not going to lose. But if he doesn't come in at all, then it's going to be CM Punk or Cody.
I think that's the most clear-cut way to go about the Rock and Roman thing is to have The Rock win the Rumble. But I agree with Ricky saying that, The Rock winning it there's the one possibility of him and Roman. There's no other matches that come out of that. CM Punk winning it, everything goes forward. Because CM Punk, he'll beat Seth or he'll lose Seth, and they could keep moving along with him.
But if CM Punk win it, we know who he's gonna fight though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, he fights Seth, he beats Seth, and now those other guys,
matches.
It's cycles.
You have CM Punk versus whoever
AJ,
at that
CM Punk versus Randy. You move it.
It's just The Rock versus Roman. That's the only thing.
Nothing moves from that.
And honestly, I think if the people are going to turn on, if he goes in the Rumble and wins, I think they're going to turn on the story. I think people still watch it, but they won't be as they won't be baby faces in that. I think it'll be one of those things like when Batista came back, when Daniel Bryan beat him and Orton that night. When Batista came back and won that Rumble, people were booing him because why?
Yeah, why? There's no point. So I think that. Don't go in the Rumble, do side matches, some side brawls, like how it usually is when someone comes back. But coming back winning the Rumble doesn't benefit the company in total.
Or impress people and do Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, show that you still have that. Yeah. Because if you go in the Elimination Chamber with all the guys that are supposed to that are in contention.
Because that's going to be a big Elimination Chamber. That's going to be Orton, LA Knight, AJ Styles.
You go in there and you win that I would rather see that. That's more impressive. And it still works. Because winning the Rumble, it doesn't move it. If CM Punk wins, it moves it, and Rock goes to...
I think the universe still views certain guys as heroes and villains, right? The babyface heels, right? What we call our show. And I feel that ultimately, Cody is the ultimate babyface right now. But The Rock is The Rock. And I believe that Roman has put himself in a stratosphere as a heel that, we haven't really seen in maybe ever, right? So because of that, there has to be an ultimate babyface that can come and put him in his place. I think the universe believes that it's The Rock. I believe it's believable. And I can't wait to see how this shakes out. But I think The Rock's going to enter the Rumble, and I think he's going to win it. And I think the fans are. I think the universe is going to go insane because his comeback was crazy. The internet went crazy. Like CM Punk, it went crazy. Like but bro, The Rock, it was
But the Rock went crazy because they know what's coming. Because people know where The Rock is going.
Exactly. So why there's gonna be some bumps, right? Some roadblocks, but ultimately, he's gonna overcome all those to get to where you got to get to. And what's the biggest overcomer for anybody coming in to try to get to the championship? It's the 30-man Royal Rumble.
This is my closing thought. Rock doesn't win the Rumble. He doesn't enter Rumble. Rock goes to the Chamber with the other guys. Wins the Chamber. That's impressive. Chamber is you have to be in a different body condition for the Chamber. That's like torture. You have to be ready for that. He wins that. That's more impressive than winning the Rumble because the Rumble he wins. It's not going to move anybody. If he wins the Chamber, it moves the guys who are in it, and it also opens another way with CM Punk winning. That's my closing thought.
Okay, so you guys got Punk ultimately winning. I got The Rock. We agree with the women that it's either going to be Jade or Sasha. I actually like Jade coming in at number one and just
go crazy.
We'll see. Well, it's been great. We are back. It's official, guys. Pay attention. We will be posting. We will be present. And tell them what it is, Red.
They believe in kayfabe for the feels. If you off script, then it's got to be real. Baby face.